Nicolle, Chuck says he's got to flip a blue state.
Right.
If you were scheduling him and you were looking to try to accomplish that in the last couple of days, where's the best shot?
Well, the problem is he's not ahead in any of those states, and he's not tied in any of the states with enough electoral votes to get him above 270 or to 270. So, you know, it's a Hail Mary strategy. I guess you spread the time. It's a good thing he said he doesn't need a lot of sleep, and his schedule reflects that. He's in all of them.
What about Hillary Clinton? What is her strategy over the next couple of days? I know it's basically get out the vote, but also hope for a WikiLeaks free weekend?
Well, I think there is that, but they've decided to close hard negative, as you see. Every ad, they're trying to remind everybody about every negative thing Trump has said, especially to African-American audiences, Hispanic audiences. I mean, yesterday, she brought examples of people. They would introduce her to say, Donald Trump essentially discriminated against me. And, you know, in front of an African-American audience, it was an African-American woman. In front of a Hispanic audience, she brought Elisa Machado. I mean, that's where she's going. It's hard negative. I kind of think she ought to do something like, I know a lot of you have some trust issues with me, and I don't think they're going to do that.
We gave you homework assignments, and we were asking what you thought each candidate should do if you were hired today by the campaign. So one thing, we'll get both of your
Highly
takes.
unlikely.
Yes, okay, but Nicolle, you're working for Donald Trump today. What is your best piece of advice for that campaign?
So his mentality when he goes to these big rallies is to entertain them and to give them the show that he thinks they've waited online for. And it's generous as a politician, but he needs to shorten up that stump speech and focus like a laser on his outsider message. It's what gives him the best chance of flipping one of those states.
Chuck?
I think simply continue to let Kellyanne keep his iPhone or Android or whatever it is. He hasn't tweeted, stay on this disciplined tack. The other thing I would say is show a little bit of humility. I think there are some voters out there that want to know that he actually feels a little bit of remorse for some of the harsh things he said. Sort of answer these ads. She's closing this way. Maybe actually say the words, I'm sorry.
You know, I think a lot of people are saying, okay, only 4 days to go. But what happens after that? And let's take a look at these numbers that may give us a strong hint of that. As we've said now twice, 8 in 10 Americans say the campaign has left them disgusted or repulsed. And how about these numbers? When it comes to Donald Trump supporters, only 6 in 10 say they'll accept the results of the election if he loses, and only 40% say they think their votes will be accurately counted. Where does that leave us in the year to come?
It leaves us in a place we've never been before. And listen, all politics end up being very personal. I mean, I'm in a family divided with Trump supporters and Clinton supporters. So, I mean, the healing, I think, will begin in every community, in every household. But I have never seen numbers like that. I've saw something that 70% of people think that the election will be rigged. That means a lot of Democrats who think by some foreign power, and a lot of Republicans who think by state and local election officials. So we're going to have something upwards of 60 to 70% of people that are grappling with how the actual election is tabulated and executed.
Can I be the school marm here? You didn't do your Hillary homework.
Oh,
okay. I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but we have your to-do list. I just want to make sure fair is fair. Give me your 2 Hillary points.
So Hillary has to make sure that the turnout operation that Obama really pioneered and perfected turns out for her. That's why you see all of the president, Mr. Obama, on the trail to sort of activate that. And then she has to get through a weekend without another FBI bombshell. She sort of needs a bombshell-free weekend.
You touched on yours.
I did. I just think, you know, I smell a 2-minute ad. You know, that big, long closing ad, her to camera. Look, she's got trust issues. She's not going to fix them with an ad, but look the American people in the eye and say, look, I get it. I know you have some issues with me, but I promise X. Make an ethics pledge. Do something. She's not done anything to actually respond to those concerns.
Long few days ahead of us, guys. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.